This must be the place. I sensed something ominous from the leaf back there, but I couldn't pinpoint its source. And now, the hatred and pain is so strong in this place. I don't even need to concentrate to feel it. Rover. Something terrible must have happened here. We have to be cautious. This is a tacit field. Let's take out those tacit...
A change of perception.
Dummy funny? I choose you.
This? Stay behind me.
You're it!
Stay behind. Lotus pervade. Like this? She lasts evermore. Stay behind me. A change of perception. Evils be gone. Like this?
Into Woolly's belly you go!
Stay behind me.
I think I found something, Rover. Ritualistic. Why are they here? These plaques are usually placed. They seem to belong to a different... I remember reading about something like this. People held large-scale ancient rituals periodically in their...
I see. Let's check some more.
Watch out! Something's not right. Why wouldn't it attack us?
Brother. Brother. Help!
It seems to only tacit discords attack other living beings, because this one probably turning the last bits of a human's consciousness into such monotonous mumbles. I'm sorry. No. That's Rover. It seems to be begging for the village is crying. Something truly awful based on the evidence with perhaps the tacit field has kept this village from being discovered. There must be something we can do. We may find the victims nearby. I'll inform Chuzia about what happened here. Sorry. I know it doesn't sound very... Thank you, Rover. As for the little one here, let's leave it. The area is a mess. Look, someone was injured. These cards, the Fraxidus is likely...
The Fraxidus?
Yes. I don't know much about the Fraxidus, but it's a group of extremists obsessed with fusing humans with tacit discords.
Fusing humans into...
We've seen signs of their presence in Jinzhou. Left above the artificers are the overseers, leaders with eerie abilities and unknown intentions. No one knows their true intentions. And there is one particularly insane overseer, a man who sees no order and revels in destruction. They belong to this one overseer. If he's responsible for what happened to these villagers, Huh?
Guess you won't need my self-introduction. Oh, I spent... If you need to hear it from me, then yes, I am Scar, cruel and twisted maniac. We deserve a meeting free of such disturbances, don't you agree? The girl, she's gonna sway your judgment. Aw, so you really care about... Don't worry. I don't plan to make you hate. Well, let's just enjoy our time together for the moment. To begin with, I heard you've lost your memories. So, that makes sense given how fragile you were when you woke up, or I would have questioned the authenticity of those rumors. So you noticed. Oh, I am flattered. No need to be so on edge. By now, you should have realized I'm just one of the onlookers. But out of all the onlookers, I'm the only one who came forward to meet you with... Before you knew anything about this world, you are the unknown variable we've been waiting for. From the moment you opened your eyes, everyone you've met, including that girl you care so much about, they all knew how valuable you are. The world is a cruel place. That's why I'm here. Because I see you as a dear... But truth hurts sometimes. I know you are not one I can sway with simple words. My goal is simple. I just want to deepen our mutual understanding, nothing more. Come on. Observe the surroundings a little more. As you learn more about this world, your true desire... And before that, I don't want anyone to disturb my... Why do you have to... Maybe you should be asking me what actually happened. I won't tell you everything just yet. That's too... So go ahead. What do you see? Bravo! Didn't think you'd catch on to that. Now, what is the conclusion you've drawn? How typical. The age-old tale of savage wolves and helpless lambs. But let me ask you this. Do you truly Let me give you a couple more tips. The truth is far more complicated than you think. First, who are the players in our tale? An innocent girl, a revered leader, and a flock of simple villagers. Next, what makes up our false devotion? Fleeting kindness, collective deceit, senseless killings, and the one vulnerable soul pushed onto a path of destruction by the masses. Now, Rover, the story is yours. I'm eager to hear your version after you've learned more. Our story begins here. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village, lived a flock of carefree lambs. In the day, they toiled for food. And when evening fell, They sought refuge from the looming threat of wolves. Fables. Stories told and retold through the ages. The ancient art of conveying hidden truths through fiction. But they always draw from real life, don't they? The same story gets told by many, and each person brings their own spin. Whatever you learn from it is just one of countless different interpretations, like us now. Caught in a carefully crafted plotline, a scheme. This village marks the beginning of my story with Jinzhou. So that magistrate led you here to meet me. Such... One day, a shepherd visited the village. The shepherd brought them promises of abundance and protection. The lambs, drawn in by his words, soon lived in comfort and security. Nope, quite the opposite. The shepherd's arrival is only the beginning. With a wave of his hand, the shepherd could grant their every wish. His flock obeyed, bowing their heads, pleading for better food and shelter. They no longer had to struggle for survival, as their once meager lives were replaced. The flock worshipped their shepherd-turned-god, praising him and holding him in the highest regard. What's wrong? Does my story make you uncomfortable? Imagine you were one of those lambs, facing irresistible temptation and pressure from your peers. Oh, so we agree already. You are right. But the world we live in falls short of our ideals. The shepherd still reigns, and the lambs have grown complacent. It's up to the two of us to make that ideal. The lambs reveled in endless bonfire parties, celebrating their new god every night, except the one little black lamb. As each night passed, it was the only one to notice how its flock was dwindling away. Rover, do you think someone would give you what you want without taking? I once believed that too. Thought as long as I paid a high enough price, but true equality is scarce. The world was never a fair place. Wouldn't you agree? To receive equal retribution, one must give. When every wish comes with a hefty price, people, when they can make someone else bear the price, they all rush to make more wishes. They don't consider they too may one day pay for a... Funny, isn't it? Later, the shepherd openly blamed the black lamb for the flock's decline. On the next day, the white lambs welcomed the rising sun as usual. But the black lamb was nowhere to be found. The shepherd introduced an unspoken rule to this village. One that our black lamb violated by telling the truth. Suddenly, the once doting god stopped fulfilling wishes. because no more sacrifices were being made. After witnessing the Black Lamb's actions and hearing from their almighty shepherd, what do you suppose? Those oblivious lambs. Little did they know Well done. You did. Now, I wonder, what is your... Answer me and I'll reveal the truth. Who was the real culprit behind the diminishing number of lambs? Indeed, the direct culprit was that he held all the power, fulfilling wishes at a price. Unfortunately, in the face of such temptation, they disregard. If they were given another chance, I believe they would still choose. Inevitably, they accepted their fate and paid the price. Now, my second question. What price did the lambs pay for their wishes? Of course, as always, life was the most valuable thing they had to offer. Here's my final question. Don't run. What is the truth you've uncovered?
The shepherd was granting wishes by sacrificing the lives of lambs. The flock never found out about it. Someone came to their rescue, and they all made it out alive.
Really? Do you really believe a hero would show up and save the day? Little lambs cowered and huddled in their village, terrified of the relentless wolf packs. Until a shepherd arrived, bearing the gift of wishes and providing shelter and sustenance. Slowly, the shepherd gained control over the flock, and the lambs lived contented lives. But this is not the end of our story. The shepherd found the solitary black lamb in his flock and offered to grant any wish it desired. In exchange, he wanted one of its companions as a sacrifice. The black lamb refused, and it was shunned by its flock, left without shelter or sustenance. After the black lamb's exile, more lambs continued to vanish. The shepherd then blamed the black lamb for breaking the rules and withheld his wish-granting power as punishment. From the very beginning, the lambs knew the risk of making wishes. They too could become sacrifices for those of others. But they always believed it wouldn't be them. Meanwhile, some lambs reasoned that since they had already risked being sacrificed for someone else's wish, it was then only fair to pass on that risk for a chance at fulfilling their own desires. And so they continued to play the game. They all knew the consequences, but chose to remain silent. Fearful, yet greedy, they followed the shepherd's orders and made wishes again and again. Until one day, a brave black lamb spoke up, shattering the flock's facade, their illusion of a peaceful and happy life. The black lamb got in their way, and that of the shepherd's greedy pursuit, sparking hatred in their hearts. Suddenly, they could no longer ignore the blood and ashes of past sacrifices littering the ground. How How do you like my story? What really happened here, I suppose? The black lamb who rebelled against the rules, and the white lamb, the innocent maiden sacrificed, and the villagers who turned on each other, they had it all the shepherd had to do was execute the rebel. That's how he kept the flock in check and maintained the status quo. Fun answer, but no. I was never the shepherd. Never will be. You and I, we are the black lamb. The one who breaks the rules. Interesting, Rover. I'm liking you more and more. Well then, let's see if this black lamb is... Welcome to the realm of endless chaos. Now is your time to think, Rover. What is... Oh, you found us already. Shake and shiver, blink an eye. A flock of lambs comes passing by. Fleece of white, black, and red. Who's the sweetest one ahead? Watch out, my dear. Your pioneers are lying at your feet. Don't look back. Don't rush. One slip, and you'll shatter to pieces.
One with the sounds.
Please. Serenade!
Such speed! Such brutality! Can't you see? We are kindred... Tell me, do you want to be the rule-setting shepherd or the rule-breaking black lamb? If a sane person manages to survive in a realm of lunatics, would you call them the last one of reason or the sole apostle? Think about it. The shepherd is not the preordained embodiment of truth. Once he is gone for good, the black lamb can reclaim the trust of its herd. Then, eventually, there will be none left to be victims or oppressors.
Strike from the shadows. Sounds come forth. One with the sounds.
Shape the shapeless. Precipitant.
Swift and resolute. One with the sounds.
Rover!
Such a pesky girl.
Rover? Rover! I shattered Scar's illusion. That should have injured him.
Oh! Should I thank you for showing me mercy?
Stay away from him!
Didn't you promise to leave me some alone time with Rover?
With one condition. I do hope you haven't let that slip from your mind. Don't let your improvisation trouble others.
Look at you, right? No worries. I know all the Rover, it seems our happy little date must come to an end. But don't forget my let me know what you choose. An unexpected gift? An honest and open exchange? Or a highly risky gamble? The choice is yours. I know how smart you are. We'll meet again in the not too distant future.
They're gone. Should we go after them? Scar's resonance abilities appear to involve teleportation and the manipulation of space. He trapped me in confinement. It took me some time to break that barrier.
Brother,
Huh? Why are you here, little one? I've never seen any tacit discord display such vivid emotions. The brother had mentioned. Yes, that is a... Let's talk about it later. It seems all the tragedies in Tea Tree Village were linked to that ritual. Making up stories based on real life, we cannot take his words for granted. What's the matter? Two distinct frequencies of tacit discords. I see. I can feel it in the streams. Over there. Follow me.
In the south.
they are unharmed. Please rest assured. As you anticipated, Scar did not try to kill them. Is everything all right on your... Please be sure to stay safe, my lady.
Rover, do you still have the plaque we found earlier? The one broken in half? Yes, as I thought.